Hey everyone, Sarah here again today with another layout with the Gather kit from TIara Kits. And I am actually scrapbooking a not so great day, and pretty much that ends up being the title as well. Here I'm trying to figure out, I know I don't want just a white background, and this is not usually how I do my layouts. Sometimes I have an idea going in that I want to mat a layout or something, and this was just kind of one of those random weird things where I wanted to start out with a mat for my layout. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the center out of this one. I still am like getting myself for not doing that to the very, I think, first layout I did with this kit. But I cut the center out of this one. And this is from Acorn Lane, Simple Stories. And I'm going to go ahead and back my layout or my white cardstock with this. I don't know about you, but I scrapbook a lot of the not so great days, but I don't always share them. And this layout is a not so great day for my little miss there. And so I think it's important to scrapbook the not so great days as well, because it's part of life. And so that's what I'm doing here. I had grabbed some of the frames from Pink Fresh Studios. I had taken the back off so they're not sticky, so I can move them around and do what I want. And just the way she's leaning and looking, I decided I wanted her at the upper left-hand side of the layout. And I had went ahead and cut out some leaves on my silhouette, and I am backing those on different papers. And right here you see me, I just put glue down the center of the leaves. I didn't glue down every little piece, just the center of all my leaves. And so you'll see me every once in a while with another little piece of paper scraping out some of the glue so it doesn't show. So I'll continue doing that until I back all of them. And I'm just loosely cutting them out right now. And I won't make you watch me back all of these. And then I will start going ahead and cutting them out and actually fussy cutting around the edges, which is a little easier yet a little harder at the same time because I do not have the edges glued down. So the papers don't exactly always stay where I want them to, but it's all good. I still like the way they turned out. And there I am drinking my coffee. But this is a fall layout for us anyways. Me and my daughters had went out and had a really, really, really great day the day before. I still have more of those photos to scrapbook. And this little miss does not usually have allergy issues. But oh man, we had been out in the woods and hiking and stuff all day the day before. We left early in the morning and headed out, and it was a great day. We had so much fun, but for some reason this morning she had woke up and she was so congested and she had a headache and couldn't stop sneezing and her nose wouldn't stop running. And she just was not loving the day at all. It felt like a really bad day to her. And all she wanted to do was cuddle up on the couch with her blankie and watch a little bit of TV and sleep off and on throughout the day. And that's pretty much what I let her do, because this is a very rare occurrence for her. She doesn't ever have allergy issues. And so I just felt so bad for her. She never has to deal with something like this. And it was really bad this day. So you see me sitting that little bowl on top of stuff. I had folded the leaves down the center, and so they are a little more dimensional and they aren't wanting to stick down. I didn't think about it before I started gluing them. And so I'm sitting just something a little heavier on them to keep them down. And I am popping my photo up on some 3D foam and sticking it there. Honestly, I wasn't even sure where this layout was going, and I had already started gluing and sticking things down. So like I've said before, it's either going to work or I'll make it work. And I make it work. So I'm going to do the same thing down here in the corner. Cut these little leaves and mess them up a little on the edges. I trimmed off the bottom side so they would line up with the edge of the white cardstock. Since I was just going to put that frame there. And I go ahead and glue those down. And there goes my coffee again. That's something you'll see a lot in my videos. Is my coffee. And there I went sticking the little container on top of it again to make sure it stayed down. And I'm going to start pulling different things back and forth. I'm going to cut this tag out from the Small But Mighty kit. This is one of the extra papers from Farmstead Harvest in there. And I thought I might, use a tag. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I already glued it down. But I can still, tuck things underneath. But I tried this little tag too. And it doesn't end up staying either. It was just playing with things. And I pulled out this other page from the Farmstead Harvest paper pad. And it just had a bunch of strips of paper. And I thought they would be perfect to add some more color behind my photo and on the layout. So I went ahead and just cut some of the strips out that I liked the colors of. And just kind of started cutting them up a little bit and sliding them underneath that frame where the glue had not, where I didn't put glue. And so I just kind of, tuck them underneath each other, slide them under the side of the frame. And then I get this blue. I cut up multiple, but I only end up using the 3 here. And it just adds enough color for me, a little more interest over there, pulling your eye closer, more towards the photo. And here I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the title. And so I had pulled out the Simple Stories letter booklet there, or alpha booklet, and started using those. And I used 2 different sizes of alphas out of there. The little square ones and then the medium size ones. But it's a not so good day. And that's what I go with as a title for this layout. I mean, it really just describes it perfectly. And then I go ahead and get the rest of this title down. I love this sticker book with all these alphas in it because I think I've used those more than anything, and I didn't expect that. I do like the fact that there's the option of multiple sizes and so many different colors, and it goes so great with this kit. So anyways, I love those stickers. After I am done with the title, I'll move on to the strips that I had added over there and actually start sticking them down. I kind of wanted to see if they'd grow on me or not. I think that was more of my problem because it wasn't what I had planned. But I end up liking the way it looks. I do feel like it draws your attention more over to that side. So I go ahead and trim a little more off of these and try to make them more even to the ones down on the bottom side. I am not like real specific when it comes to this. I'm not going to pull out my ruler. Sometimes you'll see me with it and sometimes you won't. But I just decided I wasn't going to pull out my ruler to see if they were perfectly straight. I'm going through the little paper pad again to see if there's anything else and just kind of picking things up here and there on the desk to see if I want to add anything else. You see I put that little bitty camera sticker next to Not So Great Day. And here I'm grabbing the foam stickers and adding a few here and there. I add the house down there on the right hand side, and then I'm going to add these cute little mushrooms tucked behind the leaves. One there and then one up at the top as well on the other side where the leaves are. And then I'm going to start picking some things up, glue that little camera down right there, and I am going to... I thought I was going to do splatters in black, and I decided against it. And I pulled out my little container of Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and then I pulled out my paintbrush to add the splatters a little more, just a little more instead of just the little end of the tube. I move that aside and pull out my typewriter. Not a huge fan of my handwriting. I like to get my mom's and my kids so that I can keep it for later on. I'm not a huge fan of mine, but you will see every once in a while I'll add my own handwriting. Or if you don't see it on a layout, it's usually because it's on the back or hidden somewhere. But I love using my typewriter. I like the way it looks on a layout, so I use it a lot for my journaling. And on this one, I went ahead and wrote out what had happened and what was going on, and went ahead and typed it out so I can add it to my layout. I cut the little strips out with my paper cutter, and then I'm going to go ahead and just glue them one by one down here on the layout. Usually I lay them out to see if I like how they're going to look, but this time I just went ahead and decided just to glue them. And you'll see me snipping little pieces off here and there so that there's not that extra bit of white on the end or something, so it's uneven. And I go ahead and do that. And that pretty much finishes my layout. I really hope you enjoyed this layout process. make sure you check out Mercy TIara kits and grab the kits that are left if you can, and watch out for the new one that'll be coming out before too long. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.